I found a book called The Miracle Morning. And in this book, Hal Elrod basically argues that how you spend the first hours of your day determines the quality of your life. I'm more closer to his second point, that it's not just about waking up in the morning or having these elaborate 5 a.m. morning routines. It's about why you're waking up. Waking up and doing things with more intention, doing things in alignment with yourself. That's what I took from it. But one of the biggest things that I took from this book was his 30-day rule. He breaks it down into phases. It might feel unbearable in the first 1 to 10 days of starting any type of routine. It might be hard to get started, or it might be hard to keep up with, so much so that you just feel like you want to quit. And then you move into the uncomfortable days where you're getting the hang of it, but you start to still feel like it's a chore. So days 11 through 20 are kind of uncomfy. You're kind of getting the hang of it, but you still feel like it's a chore. But then you get to days 21 through 30 and you start to feel like, I actually like this now and I'm doing it. I really latched onto this 30-day rule and I pretty much just made it my own. I thought, what was something that I could easily do, something that I could easily get started with, something that I could do consistently for 30 days. And I landed on just making my bed. That was the goal. When I tell you I got up every single day and I made my bed every single day for 30 days, it was incredible. It was like I had a purpose again. I was just finding so much joy and so much happiness in getting up and making my bed every single morning, every single day. I was so proud of myself for getting up and doing something consistently. I'm looking back at just truly melting on the couch and feeling like I had no purpose to these little mundane things that we sometimes overlook when we have so much going on. I made my bed consistently for 3 years after that. It became something that I didn't even think about. It would take me less than 5 minutes to do it. And now to this day, there could be days where I make my bed and there could be days where I don't make my bed. But on the days when I don't make my bed, I'm very aware that I didn't make my bed. I truly believe that if you do stick with something for at least a good 3 weeks to a month, then you'll at least get to the point where you're like, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Anytime I feel like I'm working on building a new routine, or I need to maybe challenge myself, or I want to challenge myself and start creating a new routine, I will go back to this method. That's why I created a habit tracker of my own. So if you guys also want to be added to my email list and get the free 30-day habit tracker, it'll be linked in the description box below, and I'll pin it to the comment of this video so you guys can easily access it. This entire self-care and well-being journey that I've been on since 2020 also helped me to start forming habit stacking. Now my Sundays look like stacking a bunch of habits that I've gathered over the last few years and stacking them all together. So now you'll see me making my bed and sweeping the floor or cleaning the bathroom, which I do every Sunday between 3 to 4 p.m. It's been a running joke on TikTok that one of the hardest things about living with somebody for so long is thinking about what's for dinner. So that's another thing that I've been working on. On Sundays, I'll just have dinner ready, have a movie ready to go, or a show that we both enjoy. Things are just going by a lot smoother. And so that's my Sunday reset in a nutshell. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, and I'll talk to you soon.